The winter clay in the mountains of Șomartin, Transylvania, freezes completely solid. It hardens under the frost, forcing the landscape into total dormancy. For a father living here, separated from his daughter Frida by a fierce custody dispute, that physical isolation could easily become overwhelming. Instead of giving in, he walks 17,000 steps every day across the cold ground. Miles away, Frida lives in a highly controlled environment. The rules are strict, lines are prescribed, and the slightest deviation, like drawing outside a border, is met with yelling. He refuses to meet that rigid control with his own anger. He chooses to act as a steady witness, regulating his reactions, staying patient, and preparing the ground for when the freeze ends. True freedom requires stepping outside those rigid lines. He wants to protect Frida's right to be an independent thinker, not a follower, even when they are apart. In his writing, he explores the muddy way. It treats art as a sanctuary where drawing a crooked shape is freedom. He stakes arrows for future trees, believing the universe is not punitive but precise. Surviving this separation requires a specific patience. You don't break the winter ice with a hammer. You cultivate a sanctuary that will be ready to catch rain the second the environment softens. Up in the Brulu commune, the soil is rich in calcium and magnesium. He spends his days actively working this dirt, building a literal, living ecosystem for her return. He uses the principles of permaculture, starting with ecological succession. By planting simple legumes, he encourages the plants to draw nitrogen from the air and transfer nutrients into the surrounding soil, rebuilding its fertility from the bottom up. This orchard planning guide details the selection required for a thriving food forest. It takes systematic planning to graft new, fragile life onto wild, hardy rootstock, so the new branches can survive the harsh Transylvanian winters. That agricultural discipline is mirrored internally. He practices Qigong at dawn to regulate his nervous system, keeping himself grounded against the chaos of the legal system. He calls this practice the Earthway. It translates a father's protective instinct into a tangible, self-sustaining physical space. To guide this work, he relies on the Haudenosaunee Confederacy's 7 generations principle, shifting his perspective far past the immediate custody battle. The core mandate of this philosophy is long-term accountability. Every decision made today must be evaluated by its direct impact on descendants 150 years into the future. He is adopting the third pillar of this philosophy, healing. By withdrawing his own internal projections, the anger and numbness the system expects, he aims to provide a healthier emotional inheritance for her future. But a physical forest can only do so much, so he operates a digital loom, weaving a persistent archive of his life and teachings. These files, voice memos, Substack drafts, and legal testimonies, are organized into individual chapters. He is ensuring that no stitch of their story is dropped or forgotten over time. Between the physical food forest and a digital archive, he has built a dual delivery system. No geographic distance or legal wall can block both paths at once. As the old proverb goes, the clay remembers water. The deep freeze is temporary. Spring is an ecological certainty. In the natural world, hardness always breaks first. When given the right conditions, even the most damaged frozen soil will soften, widen, and allow new seeds to germinate. This permaculture text outlines the ultimate goal of the homestead, the natural climax of succession. Eventually, the land matures into a forest garden, where plants no longer compete for resources, but instead form a permanent, mutually supportive canopy. Frida will not inherit a battlefield. She will inherit a carefully designed sanctuary, fully equipped to nurture a free thinker. This way of living is built on a specific understanding of cause and effect. It is the belief that what you throw down today eventually comes back, whether it takes a season or 7 generations. The distance between them right now is just geography. The Transylvanian mountains are already holding her name in the wind. His 150-year plan is already in motion. It is gravity with memory, patiently waiting for the ground to thaw, waiting for her to sleep soft, and waiting for her to finally come home.